Mufussy and Guilia, the kings of the ring. Dropkick the Commute, we're just getting started still. Mufussy and Guilia.
Hello and welcome to Dropkick the Commute for September 12th, 2024. Giulia, first of all, how are you?
All I gotta say is we're so back, kind of.
Kind of.
And that's all I'll say about that. I'm fucking exhausted, man. I had 2 Red Bulls today.
Yeah?
And...
You crashing?
No, yeah. I might be crashing. I thought, like, maybe they didn't hit me, but they were definitely hitting me earlier, but I don't know, man. Caffeine doesn't really do anything to me, so...
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm just like... I think I'm just slowing down, you know, and my brain said, what? He said,
huh?
He said, oh.
I would like to start off the day by formally making 2 apologies.
Apologies?
Yeah, 2 apologies to the IWC.
Why?
Number one is months ago.
No.
When CM Punk came back, and interfered and all that stuff at the post show. He was like, I don't need to be in a Hell in a Cell. You guys are clowns. And I believe I also called them clowns. Well, we're getting Drew and CM Punk in a Hell in a Cell, so.
So why are you apologizing?
For calling the IWC clowns, because you didn't need to be a gimmick match, but now it is a gimmick match, and it's a Hell in a Cell, so the people predicting Hell in a Cell from the start are correct.
Well, they're correct, but that doesn't mean they're not clowns. Bro, even the man himself said, we don't need to do a Hell in... Like, I don't even think he wanted it.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess I'll give him props for out-predicting CM Punk, but, like... Yeah, I don't know. I'm not mad about this match. I'll take it, but I'm in the boat of CM Punk, honestly. I don't think they need to do. I think
if anything, it should have been like an I Quit or like a Last Man Standing.
I was just gonna say a normal match with a regular referee, because they haven't had one of those. No. They could never.
No. I Quit or Last Man Standing, bro.
You quit?
No.
You quit the podcast?
Yeah, I'm done. See ya. No, I think one of those would have went harder, but we'll see. The second one I want to say is I was mad at Darby winning the Royal Rampage, but this led to Mox being cryptic as hell and challenging Darby, which allowed us to get the greatest thing in wrestling to date. Bryan Danielson versus Nigel McGuinness.
This is true.
If Bryan is cleared.
I have my gripes.
Yeah.
Do we want to start with Dynamite and we just go right in it?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's start with Dynamite.
Let's start with that,
right into that. Okay, so Nigel McGuinness comes out and he's like, "Hey, since Darby's not challenging Bryan Danielson, I am gonna challenge Bryan Danielson, and I'm ready for this."
It was a very like weird promo, but also I'd never heard Nigel promo, so like I don't know what his promo voice is.
To be clear, he hasn't promoted in 15 years. So
this is true.
It was probably some ring rust there, but the crowd was still behind him. He was smiling like a happy little kid, bro.
Oh,
he's happy to be in the ring.
So we should acknowledge too that Mox, because Mox came out first, right?
Yeah, Mox opened the show.
Right. Okay.
There was a really
I watched on YouTube, so I didn't know the order of things.
So there was a cool video package to start with Mox at, I'm assuming, was All Out.
Yeah, I think it was afterwards.
Like after All Out, and he's talking and he's like, "You guys don't even understand what's going on." and he was like, "Diplomacy has failed. I choose war," which goes so hard, by the way.
Yeah, that's like the catchphrase right now.
Yeah,
Diplomacy has failed.
And then later on, about halfway through well, not even halfway through, like probably the first quarter of the show, I forget what match they interrupted, but there was a match starting, and
it was Private Party and like Commander.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know who the other team was. I don't remember.
So that match was starting, and Mox and the whole gang come out. They completely obliterate everybody. Huh?
The match didn't even happen.
Yeah, it didn't even happen. So they come out, obliterate everybody, and Pac takes the mic and he's like, "We are inevitable." And he's like, he also said, "Diplomacy has failed. We choose war." So it's like, huh? What the fuck? And then later on, Darby comes out, because that's who Mox has been looking for. Darby comes out, and he's like, I don't know what's going on here. Then Mox comes out, and he goes, "Darby, you're not ready for a title shot. You've never been ready for a title shot, so give it to me. Because I need to do this, because you don't even know what's going on." He's like, "This is bigger than you," and all this stuff. And Darby obviously pushes back. Why the fuck would he give it to Mox? Mox didn't earn it. He earned it at the Royal Rampage and all this stuff.
He said, "What, did you start drinking again?" And the crowd like sank. That's so good.
So he's like, "All right, well, if you want it so bad, then we're gonna fight at Grand Slam." And Mox is like, "You don't want to do this. I'm gonna kill you." He's like, "This is bigger than you. You don't even know what's going on." So then that's when Nigel went backstage and he's like, "Where's TK? I have an idea." Yeah. And then he came out. So that's the spark notes of what happened here.
I like the angle, because like the whole point is they took Danielson out.
Yeah.
And now he's like, Mox is basically taking matters into his own hands. This man, at this point, I think he's the one that's going to take it off Danielson.
Yeah.
But I think using that as a vehicle to do Danielson and Nigel is like they booked it, and it's like, so we're canceling his world title match because he can't compete, but he's gonna compete.
No, it's as if he's cleared.
Come on, man. They're gonna do a whole angle where it's gonna be like the day of, and is he gonna show up?
He's gonna be like on crutches, like going to the ring, and he's gonna be like, "Okay, I'm ready."
He's gonna sell his ass off, and he's gonna die, and he's gonna sell a seizure, and he's gonna die,
and then he's gonna win.
And then he's gonna win, and then yeah, I mean, like, this is okay. This is fine.
Or hear me out. It just fucking gets flipped over. Ready? Fantasy booking time.
Oh,
it gets completely flipped over. Bryan Danielson comes out. Nigel McGuinness comes out. They start their match.
Yeah.
Mox comes out. And they're like, no, we're not having this match. I earned it earlier tonight. I'm doing this right now. And they're like, no, you're not going to do this. So Mox just murders everybody. And then Christian Cage comes out and cashes in and becomes the AEW World Champion.
So you think they're going to swerve us?
I think they might swerve us.
And just like, it's gonna be none of the
I think it's gonna, I don't think there is going to be a world title match at Grand Slam. I think it's gonna be absolute chaos. That's what I think.
All right. Yeah, but
I'm gonna say
we gotta have Danielson and Nigel for the first time, in like.
Well, that'll
years.
get pushed to Wrestle Dream, and then Nigel's gonna win.
Oh, okay. All right. Now you're just being stupid.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's my 2 cents on it, really. It's just like...
That's fair. It is a weird vehicle to, like, set up this match.
I mean, I was never really down with, I don't know. determining Darby as that like number one contender like so fucking early.
Right.
So I can't complain too much, I suppose.
I mean, it is so strange. Just everything happening is so strange. Mox is being so cryptic.
Well, I love it. I love this. I love their little faction. I kind of hope they drop Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah.
Because I just like them to be called, because this is different.
Yeah.
You know, Pac and Marina are now a part of it. I love that Marina's like kicking asses. And
Yeah.
Fucking, she's, you know, she hasn't talked, and it's
Dude,
also very cryptic.
She was ready to fucking destroy Darby, like, in a second.
Yeah, they had a cool little face down.
Mox had to keep, like, holding her back and stuff. I'm really interested to see what happens with Wheeler Yuta in this situation. And that's something they kept talking about on commentary, too.
I have some friends that think he's eventually going to come around and like stick with them, but I really think this is it for him with that group. Yeah. I think Bryan Danielson doesn't need someone in his corner, but it would be kind of nice because he was the one that like essentially brought Wheeler Yuta up and like trained him.
Right.
And I really think they are going to just do an angle where he's kind of just stuck here because he's one of the trio champions.
Yeah.
And eventually he's going to break off and help Danielson, and he's going to get that huge pop. And then I could even see something like, I don't know, like a passing of the torch almost. Danielson like giving Wheeler the nod to like, I don't know, keep doing his thing, and then he becomes like a single star.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
If they do it right.
Yeah, it would. I don't know. We have all these ideas, but it's like, I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. It's they're iffy with these bigger storylines.
Yeah. What about the other thing on Dynamite?
Christian?
No, the other thing.
The
tag thing.
The tag.
The gauntlet.
Oh my god. You have 18 people in this match, and you choose Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher. Listen.
Look. Well, I'll say this.
I get why they're... Hold on.
Whoa.
I get why they're a team. It made sense. I like the little thing backstage. However...
It is...
Ospreay's a goddamn champion. What is Tony Khan's obsession with double champions, bro? It didn't happen yet, but I literally would not be surprised if they fucking win from the Young Bucks.
So right, the whole thing was to he's like Callis is cashing his favor in from Ospreay.
Yeah.
Right. I have a friend, Zach Stacks, like another future guest probably on this podcast.
Yeah.
He said, and I know you don't know the lore behind this team too much, but they have, you know, there's Aussie Open, Mark Davis, the guy that isn't there. Because I think he made a comment about Mark. He said, I forget what Ospreay said. He said something unlike Mark. He thinks that Mark Davis is going to come back and like screw them over when they're about to like win. And then that'll set up maybe a rivalry with Kyle Fletcher because he's all separated. Hang on one second. I'm ordering. Hi, I'm picking up a mobile order for Shane.
Yeah, I'm picking up a mobile order for...
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, sorry.
Die. I think it's going to set up for maybe a Mark Davis, Kyle Fletcher thing, because Kyle Fletcher's kind of like, he's a made man now. He's his own thing. But that's just one end of it. It could just be for fucking shits and giggles. And then our good friend Novi was also like, what the hell? And then I think he posted a follow-up when they announced that next week on Dynamite it's the Elite versus Ospreay, Fletcher, and Takeshita, and he goes, I forgive them.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
Which that'll be a banger match, but I'm still mad.
I am mad too, because even if that's the angle they're going for, right? Like, cool and all, but what? It's just another like free title defense for the Young Bucks, and it's like,
again,
they're just keeping the titles when you have like the Outrunners, who I think it would be too soon for them to get it, but you could at least put them in the picture. It was. You could at least have them have a match and like lose, and they would still be so over. Like, them in the main title picture would go so hard.
And it's like, and they get their time in the spotlight.
Yeah.
I also like, I don't know, they're not really in the forefront. Nobody gives a shit about them, but like the Kingdom.
Yeah, the Kingdom. Well, we say they're not in the forefront, but they really have been prominent. Like every pay-per-view so far, they're in like the pre-show or like a tag match. You know,
right.
They're very prominent on Collision. Like every Collision show, the Kingdom's there. You know,
you make some good points there. Yeah, but so not only that, we lose the opportunity of Ospreay having another good like international title defense
at Grand Slam.
I would even go as far as say, fuck it, cash in Ospreay's favor as like a title match for Kyle Fletcher. Right. I know they've had a match before, like when he debuted, but like,
yeah, like why would that not be the idea or the favor? It's like,
yeah. And then this is cool too, I guess, in a way, because they're setting up Takeshita and Okada.
Yeah.
They had a good backstage segment too.
They did.
Okada just, I don't. What did he say?
So Renee was like, "Oh, you defended your championship. How did that go?" And he goes, "Oh, it was the hardest night of my life. I had to work so hard. It was so easy, bitch."
So good, dude. And then, they come in.
Yeah.
And Don Callis talks his shit.
He's like, "You didn't get pinned, or you didn't pin Takeshita." So
I like your Don Callis impression.
Oh, you like it? It was pretty good, right?
Yeah.
And so yeah, lots of wackiness here. There was a few more good things from Dynamite. Sammy and Ricochet ruled. I thought it was a really good match. Very fun. Obviously, lots of high flying. Exactly what I wanted. I made a post on Twitter. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna fuck" or something like that, and it certainly did. Sammy jumped off one of the tunnels. Ricochet did a whole bunch of cool stuff. Just a very flippy, fun to watch match. Sometimes that's what you need.
Dude, the double jump that Ricochet did.
Yeah, man, double jumps in real life. Shit.
Bring back do him and Johnny TV.
Oh shit, dude. That would be good.
Do a 3-way. Book it,
please. And then Christian did a promo earlier, and he's like, "Our trios titles were stolen from us, and I was gonna cash in, but I didn't. I'm just waiting for the moment." And he's like, "Bryan Danielson, I'm gonna beat you so bad that you'll wish your wife Brie had CTE, because you're gonna have it."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, dude."
Yeah.
Very, very, very crazy.
Get the kill switch turn
pretty soon. But that was another thing. He was like, kill switch became the kill switch. When I looked into his eyes, I saw it. It's like, I pushed him exactly what I wanted to be. And then lastly, Jericho's mad because Orange spilled orange juice on him. A bunch of
spilled orange
ago.
Juice is an understatement.
Dumped dude. Orange
dunked
juice.
Him in the. Yeah, dude. The Mimosa Mayhem match was one of the best matches of the COVID era.
I haven't seen it. I'll have to go watch that one. So he's like, "I want my $7,000, Orange," and he goes, "I mean, I don't have much." He pulls out like lint from his pocket and like a couple of coins, a crumpled up dollar bill, and he's like, "But my friends have it." And Chris Jericho drove a Bentley to the stadium, a Bentley convertible, and Mark Briscoe fucking drives like little tractor trailer filled with coins and dumps it into his car. And Jericho's like, "My Bentley!"
I think it's so funny. My first thought was they're going to use the I don't know what it's called, the dumper part of it.
Yeah.
And they're just going to crush the car with it.
I thought it was going to be like mud or shit or something.
No, it was just coins. And
Yeah.
that made it even funnier when he was freaking out. I was like, bro, it's not... I mean, I guess it would scratch your shit up
It's
a
going to
little
get
bit, but
scratched.
I was like, dog, it's not that bad.
And then so it gets
You have
filled up with
Jericho money.
coins, and he walks over and he goes, "Oh, now it's right," and puts another coin on the dash. That shit was good. So, Orange and Chris Jericho are going at it. Fun little interesting
A little
thing.
piece of AEW history.
Yeah.
The very first time that Orange Cassidy spoke in AEW, which was the very first time for a lot of us.
Yeah.
Before then, he did not talk. He had a debate with Jericho. I can't remember what the debate was for, but Eric Bischoff was like the like mediator.
What the hell?
And I know it's funny because he hates Tony Khan now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And they had a debate about like the rising sea levels and like global warming and shit. And Orange Cassidy just fucking cut a promo about like sea levels rising. It was the first time people like did not expect him to speak, and he just started spitting facts, and everyone was like, "Yeah, let's go."
That's so funny. I'm gonna have to find that too. This is why we need it on Max. Upload the library to Max.
I mean, most of it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Bro, I'll share. I'm gonna share some stuff with you.
Okay. Give me the history that I missed. Lastly, for Dynamite, Mariah May is so sad. She's laying in the ring. She's like, "I haven't had my celebration yet," and she's crying. And she's like, "Something's missing. Someone's missing. Mina, please come back."
Oh my god.
She needs Mina Shirakawa to do her celebration. It won't feel
Book
right
it.
without her.
That's the next match. Book it.
No, not even a match. They need to hug in the ring.
Well, I don't think Mina is rolling with that.
I don't think so. I think she's
So I
a
think
little
it's gonna turn
mad.
into a match, is what I mean.
She was Mina's gonna come back and she's gonna be like, "I can't believe you hit your mother. That's not the
I know.
Mariah that I know."
Not Tony. I can't believe you hit your mother.
Yeah. But anyway, Dynamite. I don't know. It was good.
Did you just not like the second half of it because of that result?
That result?
You
yeah.
texted me You texted me last night and you were like, or this morning, and you were like, first half was good, second half was meh. Was that the only reason?
Well, that result, and then Mariah May's match was just kind of meh.
Yeah, squash.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of that. And I don't know. The Nigel thing is cool, but I think I had similar thoughts to you. I was like, okay, cool. But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. Let's go back in time a little bit to SmackDown. I just want to talk
SmackDown.
I just want to talk about like one thing from it.
Okay.
Cody Rhodes was in the ring, and he calls out. Well, a Solo comes out, and he's like, "I want a fucking title match." And he's like, "No, I'm not giving you one. You're a clown."
I like how he's like, I deserve it.
Yeah.
He has done fuck all.
Yeah,
he's not done anything.
He's done fucking nothing. So he's like, "I need another title match. If it wasn't for Roman, I would have won." And he goes, "You know, you're right." And he goes, and he like changes, and he goes, "You deserve a title match. You are the #1 spot in my eyes, and he's like talking about this, and he looks at Solo, he goes, and I'm not talking about you. And he goes, step up, Jacob Fatu. Crowd goes fucking nutty. He stands up, he stares at Cody, and then he goes, Solo, I love you.
I love you.
I love you, Solo. And then he stands back down, and Cody's like, God damn it. And then what the fuck is his name? Why am I having a stroke?
Tonga of some
No.
sort.
Nick Aldis comes out, and he's like, all right. You know what? You guys are going to be on the USA premiere of SmackDown next week in a cage match. And they're like, okay. So, we're getting a cage match
That'll be
on
fun.
Friday for the WWE title. That'll be fun.
It'll be fun, and Roman's gonna show up.
Yeah, hopefully. I want him
Yeah,
to
come on.
break the door open and then spear Solo through the cage.
Break the door open, like go in, and then go out through the wall
Yeah.
of the cage.
After Cody. So, okay, here's the booking.
Okay,
Solo,
yep, this
Solo
is
comes
real.
in, breaks the door. Or, sorry, I meant Roman. I don't know why I
Yep.
said Solo. My bad. Roman comes in, breaks the door open. They're all standing there. They're like, whoa! And then he looks at Cody, and he just nods. And then Cody leaves, wins the match, retains. Shuts the door behind him. Roman and Solo go at it, and then he spears Solo through the cage. Give me it. I'm doing
Give
a
me-
lot of fantasy
give me that.
booking today, but I like it.
Give me that. All I know is I don't think they don't have Roman show up on the USA premiere.
Yeah. Too big. He's gotta.
We, speaking of premieres,
Yeah.
unless you had anything else for SmackDown.
No, we had the season premiere of Raw.
The season premiere of Raw, which in my opinion, I thought was very underwhelming.
I agree.
Even though we had the street fight,
Oh, that street fight was great.
it was good. I think did that open the show? I
It
think?
did, yeah. That was the first match. I love. So Uncle Howdy wasn't in this match. It was the rest of the Wyatt Six that were the team of 4 against American Made. And
Yeah.
Uncle Howdy was sitting in the rocking chair the whole time, just rocking and laughing. And every time he would be in the shot, he'd just be like, ha 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 ha. I
Yeah.
loved it.
That man, he's committed to the bit.
Yeah, he is.
He's embraced the bit.
He ends up coming, crazy match. We had fucking Joe Gacy. He did a really cool flip off the ropes into a double clothesline to American Made. One of them was running around with the barricade as like a shield.
Oh yeah, Rowan
Rowan.
took the barricade out.
Yeah, Rowan took the barricade and was just taking people out. Some really good stuff from Nikki Cross as well. She fucking German suplex Chad Gable, which was fun. Lots of good stuff. And then the match ends by Uncle Howdy doing a Sister Abigail, and they get the pin and win. They looked really strong, and I really liked it.
Yeah, no, it was very solid. Good way to open up the show.
Yeah.
But this ultimately was a Judgment Day episode of Raw, which we've had several of in the past. But we got the announcement, Damian Priest and Finn Balor at Bad Blood, and then we also got Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley at Bad Blood.
Yeah. So
The card's coming together kind of as we expected, and apparently as the internet has expected.
Yeah.
With the Hell in a Cell match.
I
But,
mean, they've had all these feuds building for a while, so it makes sense that these ones would be the ones at Bad Blood. It's like it's the name of the
I'm not
pay per
saying
view.
it.
So
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think Drew's whole segment was good, where they had, he's just kind of talking shit, and then he starts promoing on Wade Barrett, being like, you're like the only person that cares about me, but you're holding me back. Like, stay out of my business.
yeah.
And then he gets out and goes up to Wade Barrett. I so badly just wanted Wade to pull out one
Oh
bull
my
hammer on
God,
him. Just
dude.
fucking unretire Regal, not Wade Barrett.
Yeah.
Unretire Wade Barrett.
And Regal,
Because-
both of them.
Yeah, honestly, Remo looks like he can't walk.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, this was good. And then, you know, as he's like about to kick Wade Barrett's ass, Adam Pearce comes out and drops that announcement.
Yeah.
Also, we haven't gotten a chance because the pay-per-view episodes have kind of dominated the last few weeks. But big shouts out to Joe Tessitore.
Yeah, he's been really great. He had his first episode last week, and, you know, this second episode, I thought he was really strong on this second episode. There were some iffy spots in the first one, but he, you know, he held his own for, like, the second half of the show. He got a little bit weaker, but this one, I mean, he was strong the whole time. I love how he opens the show, like it's him and Wade Barrett standing there with the microphone, like, welcome to Raw, like all this stuff.
That's good.
And yeah, he's really good. I like his voice. I think he adds a lot to it.
He's got a great. And this is something that I will apologize for, because when they announced he was coming in, I was like, let's take bets on how long the fucking sports announcer lasts in WWE.
Yeah.
But he he's actually a fan. He's actually a fan, and like he knows, you know, he follows the product seemingly. It is. Those are tough shoes to fill, especially when, you know, Michael Cole's basically the voice of the WWE. So those are big shoes to fill, and unfortunately people are going to pick him apart and try to compare him to Michael Cole. But like, yeah, I was saying to you, he reminds me a lot of Mauro Ranallo back in like 2017, 2018. I love his commentary. It feels very like sports.
Yeah.
Like, his style feels like I'm watching like a baseball game or something.
Which seems to be the vibe that Endeavor is going for. Like, you know, they're cutting back on like some of the production stuff, like making the entrance smaller all the time, you know? Like they got rid of the big screen. They're making it like even like the barricades are black now, and they just say Raw or SmackDown. Like they're getting more. They want it to feel more like a sport and not like this big.
But it's not even a bad thing either, you know?
Right.
It's just like, it's really cool and it's really different.
It like feels a little bit more grounded, and I like it. You know,
progressive is the word I would use.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I love it.
Yeah, big ups to Joe. Can't wait to see more of him.
Yeah.
There was I think right after WrestleMania 37, they brought in a new guy on Raw, and he like bombed so badly.
Oh no!
I think it was like Aaron Vink or something was his name. No, I don't remember.
I think I know what you're talking about, because if it was 37, I was watching.
Aaron something, and then they brought in Jimmy. I don't remember his name either, but he was there for like a year.
Yeah, God, dude, I saw a clip with Kevin Patrick the other day.
Oh no! Don't bring him up. I love that. Look, I love that man with, like.
He was passionate, but his voice was not it, man. I don't know. That's nothing on him.
It's like I think I can't remember the timeline of when he left, but like someone turned on somebody, and he said something to the effect of like, "Blank, what have you done?" But he was like, "What have you done?" Like it was just very like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just very like he was, again, like you said, passionate, and like he's very wholesome too. He did that podcast with Corey Graves, the After the Bell shit, and like that, it was fun to see him in that setting, but not in this setting.
Yeah,
there's like him and Wade Barrett, and he was just weak.
Yeah,
you know, that's the best way.
There's nothing wrong with him. It was just like he just wasn't the right fit. You have to be a special person to do color commentary for a wrestling show, like for it to sound good and for you to like get all the emotion across, because you yourself as a commentator are telling a story. It is your job to push stories forward that can't be told in the ring, and to add more, you know, fluff to the characters. So yeah, but Joe's doing great. I am excited to see what more we get from him.
Me too.
Not much more from Raw. We had a fun Bret Hart Gunther segment. Bret Hart came out pretty much just to announce that Survivor Series is going to be in Vancouver. And Gunther came out and he goes, hey, look at this. The best there was, the best there is, the best there ever will be. Which used to be true, but now I'm the best there is and the best there ever will be. And he's like, but you were one of my favorites growing up, right behind Bill Goldberg.
Oh my god. I loved it.
And Brett just looks at him like dead face, and then Sammy comes out and he's like, I want a match, and he's like pointing.
I'm gonna win.
Yeah, he does his usual thing. Nothing against Sammy. I like Sammy as a performer.
Nah, man, I'm over it.
You're over it, like completely?
No, I like Sammy's wrestling. I just like do something new than ready? This is my impression. And I'm like so fixated on it. Because on October 5th at Bad Blood, I'm gonna win the World Heavyweight Championship. And it's nothing against him. It's just like, it's the same thing every single time.
Sammy's not going to be on our podcast now.
I love Sami Zayn, dude.
I do too.
This is I do.
Bro, put him back with the fucking bloodline, the new bloodline. Put him back with Roman. Roman, my dog.
I don't know, like, hang on.
Oh no, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I want him to be in that world title like position, but like he needs to do something different every time because it's just like passionate promo, and it's not even like Cody passionate. It's just like it's literal copy paste.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't know, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be a banger. Gunther and Sammy again, or part 2. Like, it's gonna be good. Don't get me wrong.
But he keeps saying no, and then Brett's like, "You're a fucking coward."
Yeah,
that's not a fighting champion. So is that at Bad Blood as well?
I believe so. I don't know if it's been confirmed yet, but why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
You know? And Jey Uso won the Fatal 4-Way. I don't have too many thoughts about it. It was a good match, but I don't know.
What was the Fatal 4-Way for, Mufussy?
The Intercontinental number 1 contender spot.
Oh my god. Wait, we gotta talk about Big Bronson Reed came back.
Big Bronson Reed! Yeah, he
took out Braun Strowman out of nowhere.
He did. He did.
Actually, he fucking came over the barricade and crushed him through a table. It was great.
Yeah, that's Joe Tessitore. He was like 300 pounds flying through the
air. My favorite thing was on his commentary debut when Drew attacked Punk. He was like, "It's Drew McIntyre in a hoodie."
And then when Drew broke the bracelet, bro, he's like, "Oh my god, he just snapped the bracelet in half."
Oh, it's different. I love it though.
Yeah, it's good. He's great. Yeah, so Jey Uso, I'm okay with it. Put Jey Uso in the Intercontinental spot.
Yeah, he's not gonna win though.
He's not. Braun's gonna.
They haven't. I feel like they haven't done a lot with Braun Breaker though either.
I think it's because they had this tournament. That's why they haven't done too much with him. So it's like they had the tournament to, you know, it kind of took the eyes off of him a little bit. He's just waiting, you know.
Yeah.
So, but it's cool. I'm excited to see it. And then finally, let's talk about NXT. I thought it was a very good episode of NXT. Lots of good stuff here. CM Punk is showing up next week before the CW debut. So CW
but he's also showing up at the CW?
Yeah, so he's doing both because they did a little bit on there where like CM Punk made a post on Instagram and he was like, "Hey, this NXT match was great. I have an idea for next week. Call me up, Ava." And so then later on in the show, Ava was like talking on the phone. She's like, "Great, see ya, talk to you later." And they're like, "Who was that?" And she goes, "CM Punk. He has an idea for next week. I'm really excited. You'll see what he has in store." So he's gonna show up next week, and then he's gonna show up at the CW premiere as well.
So CW is on October 1st, so it's 2 weeks Or it's 3 weeks from now.
Yes. That's correct.
So, I wonder what he's gonna do.
I don't know.
You got any idea?
I truly have no idea. Nothing. No thoughts.
Yeah, no, this is a good episode. We had some more TNA involvement, right?
Yeah.
We had Hammerstone.
Yeah.
Against Obafemi. Hammerstone's a massive human being.
He really is.
That's just great, dude. I fucking love Obafemi. I think he's my favorite right now.
Yeah.
Just the man exudes like confidence.
Yeah, he
like
does.
Nobody I've ever seen before.
And he liked one of our Instagram reels, so he's automatically
It's
up
true.
there.
Yeah, he's definitely future guest.
Future guest. Oh, but call us up. We'll get you on here.
Call us up. We got you on speed dial.
In the first match, Fraxium was defending against the Street Profits, and the Bloodline came out and murdered the Street Profits.
You know what I just thought about?
Huh.
I think they're gonna set up for some kind of Roman situation.
On what?
For NXT for the premiere.
For CW?
I think for CW.
Roman on
why-
NXT.
I don't know. Well, they got some shit going on with Bloodline, and then I feel like they could bring Solo in, and at that point, that they'll probably be building to. Well, they will be building the bad blood between like Roman and Solo. So I think whatever, like, this wasn't for no reason, having the Bloodline show up.
Yeah, that's true.
I think they could build to something where basically people don't know, but like they can speculate that Roman's gonna be there. But also Roman being there would actually be kind of insane because that place is so small.
Yeah. Well, on the CW premiere, they're leaving.
Oh, that's right.
CW, the premiere is going to be in Chicago, and then the week after that is going to be in St. Louis. So it's going to be an arena show. I believe it's at the Now Arena.
Oh, it's at Allstate.
Oh, Allstate?
That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one.
Yeah, okay. Roman can show up then.
Yeah. Dude, imagine if he showed up at that small fucking at the Performance Center.
It would be weird.
It would.
It would be weird for sure. No, this is I'm excited. I'm gonna try to watch it live too.
Hell yeah.
Because I think
watch party. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ridge Holland murdered Duke Hudson.
So sad.
Yeah.
This is so freaking sad, dude.
Thea Hale screaming at the top of her lungs.
Yeah, I feel for Thea during all this.
I do too. She's just watching all her friends get murdered.
Yeah. I don't know why Ridge had to go and do what he did. I think it's a shame.
That son of a bitch.
He fit in. That son of a bitch fit in so well.
He did.
To chase you fellas.
He did.
But what can I say? What am I gonna do that's gonna change anything?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. We had a Giulia.
Yeah.
Giulia's debut against Chelsea Green.
Try again.
Chelsea Green.
There you go. Hell yeah. Really good match.
Hire me.
I'm gonna start some Twitter beef with Bully Ray.
Oh god. Oh yeah. You.
I was watching.
Okay.
What? Go ahead.
No. Go.
I was gonna say I was watching Busted Open, and he was like, she had zero emotion on her face. I was like, she had plenty of emotion. Listen, I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional critiquer. But I'm gonna
let the record show that he's not a professional.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to agree with Dave LaGreca's point of view on Busted Open, and she had a lot of emotion on her face. I don't know. She was like, when she was selling, there wasn't like a specific moment that stood out, but when she was selling, she had pain on her face, and she had lots of smiles when she was doing stuff, and like, I don't know. I thought she looked damn good in this match.
I think it's just a style choice. Some people like, there's like levels to it.
Yeah, it's definitely not over the top, and I think to be a star, obviously you have to be over the top. That's the point of it. But for her debut match, like, she looked good.
Yeah,
also,
no,
she fucking murdered Chelsea Green. Like, Chelsea was laying down, like, next to the apron. She drags her out and then fucking drops her, like, almost on her head onto the concrete. And it was like, holy fuck.
There's no way that Giulia doesn't beat Roxanne for the title.
You think she wins?
I really do.
Are you okay with it?
I don't know. But, like, you can't tell me there's, like... Actually, this I'm okay with because it had... It's a double-edged sword, right? Because she just showed up here.
Yeah.
Decorated champion in Japan. But, you know, at the same time, they did that. I guess I am okay with it just for the sole reason that she is like a star.
You know why I'm okay with it? She is a star, but the main difference here is she was at Stand and Deliver and they cut to her in the crowd. People have known for months that she was gonna show up in NXT. And it built hype outside of the show. So people have been expecting her to come in and just steamroll everybody, right? Ethan Page came in, who is not as big of a star as Giulia.
He did not steamroll any competition.
He did not steamroll, and he stole the title. That's the major difference here, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's why this one works.
I also think it works because Roxanne has had a lengthy title reign. And
it's been since then, right? Like 150 days or some shit?
It's been long, Stand and Deliver. So,
yeah,
a very long time, the whole summer. Like,
so really, if you think about it, you know, they planted the seeds. Roxanne won at Stand and Deliver. Giulia was at Stand and Deliver. Like, even further.
Yeah, it's a good point. And, yeah.
So
that's all I gotta say about that.
And that's that. Jordynne Grace defended the TNA Knockouts Championship against Sol Ruca. How do you feel about this? A title being defended on a different brand.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're okay with
she's
it?
done it before. Well, she's done it before. Actually, no, this is the first time. The TNA.
This is the first time.
I'm okay with it just because that's what she does over at TNA. She does the open challenges.
Okay.
See, I'm okay with random title defenses if you get, like, if there's
some merit behind it.
Yeah, it's like, not all wrestlers do the open challenge thing, but when they do, they make it a point, you know, for people to know that it's an open challenge.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, she's been doing that in TNA. I think a lot about, like, John Cena when he was US champ. Every week he would defend it, and, like, he made it a point to be like, let's, like, every week open challenge. Or, like, even the Cope Open. Like, AEW doesn't do they have that issue with the random title defenses, but at least the Cope Open was like, you knew this is what we were doing.
Right.
Not just like, 2 days before the show, the title's on the line. Like,
Yeah.
So, this is okay. It looks like we're setting up, I would say, Rosemary.
Yeah.
Versus Jordynne Grace. So that kind of gets people in gear for whatever they have coming up.
Yeah.
And then, you know, she's got Wendy Chu helping her out.
Yep.
which I like. I like this like relationship they have going on where they're like helping each other.
Yeah.
It's really good. Also, yeah, I mean, actually, that's it. It's just like, it's very simple.
It is.
At first I was like, Wendy Chu versus Jordynne Grace, but no, it's Rosemary versus Jordynne Grace. I think that's what they're going for. And then also, we should point out too that last week the Rascals got a title shot.
They did.
They won a number 1 contender for the NXT Tag Team Championships.
They did, but Wes Lee took them out. And that's why the Street Profits were in the match this week.
See, these are the things you miss.
The little things.
That's kind of
so
I hate
Wes,
that.
yeah. So Ava,
it's like your incentive to watch it on TV is like you miss like. That's why nothing
the
makes
little
sense.
connection. So yeah, Ava like tweeted and she was like, some mysterious circumstances took place, and so the Street Profits will be taking over in the tag title match tonight. Then Wes Lee came out later and he's like, I took out Zachary Wentz because I'm pissed.
Yeah, we know, brother.
Yeah, so yeah, that was that. Lastly, Trick Williams versus Pete Dunne. Last man standing match. This match ruled, brother.
So good.
It was good stuff. Trick was coming out and Vic Joseph was like, oh, Book, I know you like to have your fun and games. Like, let's go. And Book's like, this is no time for fun and games. This is a serious match. So he didn't do his usual thing. He's like, this is serious, Vic. We gotta do this.
Also, pointing out, this is a number 1 contenders match for the NXT Championship.
Yes.
So, higher stakes, which I love.
Yep.
No, these two destroyed each other. Pete Dunne DDT'd him on the fucking concrete. He like took the padding off.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Crazy spot, through the crowd. Like they went through the crowd, and then went up on top of the NXT wall thing, and brought him back onto the tables down below. Those decent drop. And it was pretty crazy.
It was a big drop. Fucking ref almost counted to 10. Ethan Page shows up and he's like, he's yelling at Pete. He's like, get up, get up, get up. And then Trick gets up and he runs after Trick. We're at 9. He runs after Trick and Trick back body drops him onto the announce table. Dude, and then 10. Oh, Trick Williams wins. It
was so good. That table fucking exploded. It was perfect.
Oh, okay. Question time.
I'm ready.
Does Trick win the NXT
Please
Championship?
Give it back to him, please.
I think it's time.
It's time. This is the moment. He just went through hell. He's running on emotion. Raw, pure emotion here. He's ready. He's angry. He's going after it again. Give it to him.
Ethan, your time is up. His time is now.
We can't see him.
All right. Follow-up question then.
Okay.
If Trick wins, what does Ethan Page do now?
Who cares? No, I think he will keep going and be like, oh, you stole it from me, and he's just gonna be in that spot for a bit, or maybe they'll turn him into like a depressed character and like, oh, I have nothing. I lost the title. Who knows, dude? I genuinely, I'm gonna say it, I don't give a fuck. Get him out of here. Get him out of the title picture.
You kind of flipped because you were really trying to entertain. You were like, yeah, but let's let's give it some time.
Let's use him, or what?
No, you were just like, like, I was, from the get-go, I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And you were like, well, let's see.
Well, I was trying to give a real answer. I don't care.
So my answer wasn't real.
No,
Okay.
I'm with you. Don't worry. I don't give a fuck. Get him out of here. We don't need him.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think there was room to be like, let's see what happens, but then he's just a coward, man.
He is.
He's a coward.
He is.
He's held that long enough. It's been 3 months.
Yeah. It was a
Which
good,
is a crazy statement.
insane.
Ethan Page holds the title for more than a month.
Oh man. You know who
Yeah.
else has held
Not you.
the title for a month for
Not me.
for pod
You still gotta mail me the Intercontinental.
No, it was the best 2 out of 3 falls, and then we didn't do All Out.
So we're doing that then, okay.
You are
I'm
technically.
glad you get to make the rules.
Well, we agreed on 2 out of 3 falls, and then we forgot to
Did
do
we?
predictions.
I would...
Well, you said we were gonna see what happens because it was only a week.
Well, yeah. But then we didn't do predictions, so I was just like, okay, just then send it to me. Whatever, okay, we'll do 2 out of 3 falls for fucking, Bad Blood, I guess.
That's so
I
far
guess
away.
you get to hang on to it for longer.
No, I'll put
All
your-
right, here we go.
Do you want me
Let's
to? I'll put your picture on it. You want me to put your picture on it?
Okay, there's a free MLW show on YouTube tonight. Let's predict on it since neither of us know MLW, and then whoever we don't have to. You don't even have to watch it. We don't have to review it. But there are some names in there. There's some notable names.
Some big
Maybe
names.
to me. Maybe not to you. I don't know.
Not to me.
I don't remember. But I put it. It was important enough for me to put it on my calendar and say MLW show. But
I'll mail it to you. I'll send it.
He's like, I don't want to vote on the MLW show.
Yeah, I don't care.
No, it looks pretty cool, dude.
MLW, it's
I
on
wish I had the
YouTube
card.
for free?
Yeah, it's like at 7:30 tonight. I don't know what it's called, but there's like a bunch of names on it that but I don't remember.
We're gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Hey, Jamie, pull that up.
Jamie, pull that up. And we can't start doing Joe Rogan memes. People are gonna think we're incels.
Dude, if they didn't already think we were incels because of the fucking Trump impression. What was that laugh?
They're eating the dogs and the cats. Did you see
Oh
that?
my god, they're eating all the dogs and the cats. But you know what they don't eat? They don't eat the cows because they get mad cow disease from that. So they probably won't ever eat the cows, actually.
They're coming in. They're coming in. They're all listening to Dropkick the Commute, spreading it around.
They're drop kicking the
Oh man, you know who else should listen to Dropkick the Commute and spread it around?
You! Okay, anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for all the support. We just hit 1,900 subscribers on YouTube.
That's too many. Can we get rid of some?
Almost 2,400 on TikTok. Over 700 on Instagram. Thank you guys. We're vibing. If you want to give us money, link in the description. If not, that's totally fine too. Keep on watching. I'm eventually going to work on the video that I keep teasing, but, you know, things happen.
Yeah, that's okay. They should go watch the Deporticus episode, though. We did an episode with a wonderful man named Josh, who also makes wrestling content. So go find that episode. It's very good.
It was a banger, and go check out Deporticus' channel as well. And with that, I wish you all a beep beep.
Dropkick the Commute, shining bright in the night. Join the conversation, be part of the crew.